HSP presents The Pulse. And now with your hosts, Dr. Quack and the important one, Mr. Mayhem.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Pulse. I'm Dr. Quack. And I'm the important one, Mr. Mayhem. We're getting ready. Tomorrow is the two-night event, the Champion Showcase, where we're going to have a total of 6 companies, Heart and Soul, and 5 other companies, entertaining you, the fans, giving you a broad view of the promo world. 38 promos, 30 promo artists all aboard on this. But before we do that, we've got some people to bring on here that we want to talk about it. And the first one we need to bring on here, he needs to be shown the respect. He is our Pure Heart champion and the #1 rated promo artist according to multiple locations. Please welcome our champion, A-List Alverson.
Well, gentlemen, how goes the night for you all?
Thank you very much for joining us, A-Lister.
You know, I get very little time during the day.
And now let's bring on here, since Brick is getting ready for his big return, we got to welcome here is our other analyst here. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Perfect, the Villain.
What's up, everybody? A-List, it's great to see you. It's always an honor to see you on screen.
Look at this. We got a bad guy coming up here. Now, don't y'all get too endeared up in yourselves. The reason I came here today is to let y'all know about Chef's Cut Jerky. You see, prime cuts of meat that are made into snack-sized bites, not that stuff you find in the average convenience store. You want the real stuff, you go with Chef's Cut. A-List says.
There you go. And we're going to welcome in some general managers here. The first one here, he's the general manager of the Voice of Honor. Please welcome him in, Ed Lindsay.
How you doing, guys? Mr. Alverson, I'm a big fan of you. I've seen your work.
Welcome, sir. And we're going to be bringing on here, he's the president and CEO of PPA, Promo Performance Alliance. Please welcome Justin Smith.
That's not Justin Smith. That's the Purge.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute.
I know they look very close.
Hold on.
Go drag me back and introduce me formally.
I apologize, Purge. I most apologize, but we do have...
Dude, you look like you just got out of basic training. What the heck?
We have the Showdown general manager here for PPA, Mr. Tobias. Welcome, sir.
Thanks for having me here. I represent Showdown on PPA. Oh, God, I'm here with Purge. Great.
All righty, and Purge, we're going to be welcoming your opponent in a cross-promotional match. PPA versus Heart and Soul Promotions. Please welcome to the show a favorite here, Mary Sue.
Howdy, boys.
It's laughable, Mary Sue. It's really laughable. You can't answer my high promos, but coming on the post, really?
I think Purge is angry. I apologize, but let's finish bringing everybody on. He's also here. He's a part of Heart and Soul, but he's also has a match with PPA. Please welcome to the show, Prince Blackheart.
Yeah.
And lastly, he's here. He's a member of the PPA locker room. We would like to welcome him to the show. Please welcome to the show, Julian.
What's up, guys?
All right, so we've got a lot going on here to talk about. I want to say thank you for coming on here. There he is, right there. I apologize. There's a lot going on here. So, Champ, let's talk to you first about what's going on. Background. He's like going for it. That better. No, it's not. Let's see. So, this is a big show. You're headlining night 2. What's your thoughts on this, and how do you feel about this big match?
We couldn't hear you. There was like some serious
We're
echo.
trying to figure out who's echoing and backgrounding for us. All right, so let's need a couple people here so we can take out the trying to stop echo here. All right, so can we hear now? Can we hear you now? All right, so that's just us. So, Champ, the question was, you're main eventing night 2. You are the main event of this showcase, defending your title against the Storyteller. You've been on a great run. Storyteller had a great run in the gauntlet, running a clean sweep. First of all, how does it feel to main event the whole show, and what's your thoughts on this big challenge here, this big show?
Well, thank you for the well-thought question there, Mr. Importante. I will tell you that for the average gentleman, main eventing the feature night of the biggest show of the year would be quite an accomplishment. For A-list Alverson, it is just a matter of the course of business. Now, Mr. Storyteller, I got one thing that I have noticed about this storytelling individual, right? He's always got these elongated, unnecessarily drawn out salutations, and not during any one of them ever does he remove his hat. What is he hiding underneath that brim of his, sir? We are going to find out tomorrow night at the Champion Showcase, and then the following night when I take him on myself, as I flip that top over, show his ugly head, and rear him out to the world, as the A-lister has accustomed to doing.
All righty, and you're also involved in a big tag team match with your tag team partner of the Shot Callers, Bossolini.
That's
right.
right.
I don't get to talk to you very often. I'd like to get your thoughts on that match really quick.
Well, you see, me and Bossolini, you know, we ride along all the best-looking highways with the best-looking women, winning the best-looking prizes. And every time I see that trucker rig smoking tobacco in front of the belt that I'm trying to win, it lights a fire deep inside of me. And when the OG and I take on those two road-raging rednecks, it is going to be a sight to behold.
All righty. I'm looking forward to that matches, and I want to say thank you, A-List. And anytime you feel you need to comment on what we're talking about here, by all means, please do. I know you're repping right now, getting some barbecuing done, taking care of your commitments with your sponsorships there. But we do thank you for your time and joining us.
I appreciate your hospitality, good sirs. And do not forget, Chef's Cut Beef Jerky, the real deal.
Hey, are we still getting our 10% cut of that? You know, we need that money. I think
you're going to have to talk to the men at the other end of the stick on that one. Quack, what is that? You're cutting out. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
All right, so let's take it now to Mr. Tobias, the general manager. So let's talk about a couple of PPA matches here. I want to talk about Blackheart since he's on here. He's facing Mercer in a title match. So first, to the general manager, how did this match come about as being part of the Champion Showcase?
Well, we had a number 1 contender match to determine who will face the Beyond Champion. The championship got first defended on, I think it is the first defense or the second defense, because at Bromania we had the inaugural Beyond Championship match between the Dark Executioner, formerly known as the Promo General, and Mr. Blackheart himself. Mr. Blackheart won the match, and Mercer won the number 1 contender match to be in the match with Blackheart, which happens here at the Champion Showcase.
All righty, and Prince Blackheart, since we don't get a lot of time to talk to you, you're overseas, so we're not gonna take up too much of your valuable time. How do you feel going into this match with Marshall?
Yeah, gaining as the champion, and well, what can I say? Apart from my opponent being a snake in the grass, hiring certain hellraisers to try and weaken me before the match. That is just underhanded. And Mercer will find out what's going on.
All righty. And Purge, I know you have a lot you follow going on here. Let's see a second here. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, it's Prince Blackheart that's echoing on us here, so we apologize about that. So, Purge, are you watching this match? I know you're the Path of Fate champion, but are you watching this other championship, the Beyond Championship match, with any kind of interest?
Of course not, because the Showdown GM is too stupid enough to get me drafted into that, so I don't need to watch that matchup.
Oh, wow.
You know, Purge, I got a question, though, because I understand that you're trying to go after the all-time hyping in between shows, and you're almost at that record. This makes number 14, correct?
Consider this as hype promo number 15 now.
Oh, this is number 15. Yes, this is. I totally forgot. You have tied the record now. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. So Villain, as the analyst here, I know you're familiar with a lot of what's going on in PPA. Please go ahead and give us a little analysis on Mercer versus Prince Blackheart.
Honestly, first off, I need someone to explain what is PPA all about. Because for the audience who may not know what the PPA really is, we need to first introduce it to a global audience. So can someone explain what PPA really is?
That's why we have the douchebag idiot from Showdown here.
That's why we have this stupid dumbass of Path of Fate champion here.
Can I both say
Wow, we do. So let's get a neutral third party here. Julian, thank you for joining us. Let's see if you can answer that question for the Villain. Please explain PPA to those who may not be familiar with their brand.
Also I must say thank you to I can be here, and I say sorry for my English. Yes, PPA is the best promo league than I been having, and here the villain, or who cares his name, he was in a little promo league, then he cannot in the PPA, but he's not good enough for Showdown or the main event for PPA.
All right. And we'll go to Mary Sue, then we'll go up to Mr. Lindsay there. So, Mary Sue, you're doing the cross promotion, PPA versus Heart and Soul, with an old adversary, somebody you know very well. So we'll start with Mary Sue, and then her.
I'm going to cut you. Mary Sue, do you feel disrespected by the Purge by dropping all these hypes?
No, let him drop all the hypes he wants. Let him waste the hot air. He'll figure it out tomorrow that he's getting a new Mary Sue.
So here's my thing though about that. He may drop.
And I gotta say too, if PPA, if PPA is the best, then why is he going to lose tomorrow?
We will find out one way or the other. So, Purge, a quick rebuttal, because then we got somebody that we're going to invite in on the show, and then we'll go to Ed Lindsay.
I am so glad that you are here right now, that I can tell you in the face right now that you are a liar. I am the fucking Empire champion and the Path of Fate champion simultaneously. So coming at the champion showcase, I will prove this douchebag idiot from Showdown wrong. Why he didn't draft me in the first place. I will prove each and every single wrong. I am Mr. Record Breaker, Mr. OMG himself, the face of Showdown, the face of Fate, the face of everything. and consider this as high promo number 15.
Honey, I already beat you
And maybe, just maybe, I will come on tomorrow again for high promo number 16.
Oh my God.
And I don't fucking care who's gonna stand in my way.
Well,
I am a man on a mission.
Question.
And my mission is
like this guy to the show. I don't mean to cut you off here because he's very anxious and his time is very valuable. He's part of the reason why we're doing this because he's a champion in multiple leagues. So we're giving him we're giving everybody here a chance to rep all the different leagues they compete in. So please welcome. He is the Inferno champ and the Voice of Honor and one half of the Heart and Soul Tag Team champ, Rig. Welcome. All right, so now I want to go up here to Ed Lindsay. Ed Lindsay's been very patient. You guys got 3 matches here from Voice of Honor. So talk a little bit about how you set up the Voice of Honor matches coming over into this showcase.
All right, so we're going to start with the most simple match to talk about, which would be the tag title match, where we had a Highway Hellraisers going head-to-head with HGR. This is a match that's been in the making for a couple of months now. The Highway Hellraisers are the #1 contenders, and they are looking to take the titles, among other things, from HGR. Because after last night's fiasco, there were stipulations added to their match. So if HGR wins, Bojack Grizz is no longer part of the Highway Hellraisers.
Wow. Yeah, it would be.
But if the Highway Hellraisers win, HGR joins the Highway Hellraisers. Or they disband.
Wow. That is a big deal. Woo.
Then we go to our second match, which is the Incendiary Warfare champion, one half of the Highway Hellraisers, the man they call Heathen, the badass white boy. Going against.
I heard he's crazy.
Yeah, he's a crazy ass white boy. Going against the Big River, the passer of positivity from the Boiler Room side. These are both champions whose titles equal each other, and it's just a battle to see which brand has the top champion in that range. And then the biggest match to me is very simple to describe. It's going to get described with this belt right here. This is the 7 version of the Inferno title. And why did I show this belt? Because this belt right here describes the whole match. You have the Inferno champion, the man on the screen, Rig, going head-to-head with the King of Promos champion, the Enforcer.
Oh, man.
The man who, one of his aliases, held the Inferno title as the longest reigning champion, going against the current champion. The battle of the top belts to see who is the top champ in the entire Voice of Honor. Will it be the Highway Hellraiser Rig, or will it be the Enforcer 7? It's going to be very interesting.
Well, business has just picked up
here. Yeah, I agree. Go ahead. You were starting that, and I was agreeing with you.
Yeah,
because we've got the other 2 members of the Highway Hellraisers and one half of HGR all came into the green room at the same time.
I'm telling you, that's good back there.
So please welcome to the show, Bojack Grizz from the Highway Hellraisers, the Heathen from the Highway Hellraisers, and Landfill from HGR. Gentlemen, welcome.
What's up?
That is a big announcement about that. What Mr. Lindsay just said about HGR joining the Hellraisers if
we just got someone else, and Bojack's going to want to know who this is.
Well, let me finish the question here, and then we'll bring him on. So Landfill, the deal that you guys will be joining the Hellraisers if you lose, and Hellraisers Bojack leaves the Highway Hellraisers if you guys lose. Let's just talk about that really quick as we bring on our last person, Hollywood Haywood. But let's stay on this HGR and Highway Hellraisers, and then we'll come to you, Mr. Haywood. So let's start with Landfill. Let's talk about that since you're representing HGR.
Well, what do I think about it? If, and that's a big if, we lose, and that's a possibility. You always got to think that going into a matchup, you got a 50% chance either way it goes, unless you're PPA and they'll just make you another championship and keep on trucking. But the thing is, our plan is strategical. We will take out one member of the Highway Hellraisers one at a time. First, it's Bojax. Bye-bye to him. Next is going to be Heathen. The next is going to be Rig, and then there's no more Highway Hellraisers. The reason why they want HGR to join the Highway Hellraisers if they win is to where we can make them better. Now, I want to mention this from last night. I still have a choice to make right here. If I want to stalemate and derailroad this entire thing, I can hang it up and make y'all wait even longer. I know how much y'all been biting at the jaws just trying to get a chance at these titles. I think it would be hilarious to make you have to go all the way back to the end of the line again. It doesn't mean nothing to me. I can drop it and win it right back. It's no thing to me, but it'll take y'all months and months and months to get back to where y'all are. But because of the man that I am, the hunger that I have, me and Dax Snow is ready and prepared to take you on and take you out.
All right. Heathen, first we'll go to you. Your rebuttal on that.
The time for sarcasm, the time for games, the time for the cheap BS is over. It is the day before the greatest show in promo history, and it will go down as the greatest show in history with one of the greatest tag matches taking place on that night being HDR versus the Highway Hellraisers. Now, it doesn't matter who wins, who loses this match, whether he wants to come out and run his mouth and show his cowardice as he's doing right now, talking about hanging it up and making us wait even longer. We got all the time in the world because we still got more to collect. That's just another side note. As I said last night, I'm aiming for that first world title to end up on this shelf. So if you want to chicken out and hang it up and make us wait even longer, that's on you. That just proves our point that you are scared to death of the Highway Hellraisers. So when it comes time for that match, when it comes time for that match to take place, and you finally take the loss that you so deserved, I'm going to make sure that I take the biggest dump that I can take and be sure that that's the first toilet you got to clean in the warehouse.
All righty, and please welcome into
Classy.
He's quickly joining us here. He kind of rushed up here, but we want to say, make sure you buy his merch. That's Bossolini.
Buy my lurch.
Buy my merch.
Bojack, I'm going to go with your question twofold, then we'll go to Hollywood Haywood. First of all, I want to talk about you might get kicked out without ever having been involved in a match from the Highway Hellraisers. So your thoughts on that? And then to address your opponent for the Soulfire Championship, Hollywood Haywood. After that, Hollywood, your response.
Well, my thoughts on me leaving the Highway Hellraisers are simply this. Do I look like I'm worried? No. And if you want to make them wait, you want to take your little ball and go home and do that, you could go ahead, because all my brothers are good at doing is biding their time. And bide their time they will, and it's just a matter of time. Whether you do it now or whether you do it months from now or years from now, they're going to take a bite out of those championships, and they're going to go around those shoulders. You're only delaying the inevitable. And as for you, Haywood, I'm so glad that you took time out of your busy schedule to grace us with your presence. And I hope that you keep that title nice and warm for me, buddy, because you ain't going to have it for much longer. The clock is ticking. And that's all I'm going to say to you.
Wow. So Hollywood Haywood, you'll get your response to that. But whether it's Bojack Grizz or Hollywood Haywood coming out the champion, the next person in line is Hodgson. Hollywood, your response.
I'm just laughing here because, I main event night 1 against Landfill. And then night 2, I'm going to go against what could be Landfill's partner by the time the showcase is over. I'm going to go against Bojack. So the way I look at it is,
Don't
best
cuss
case
me like
scenario,
that.
I knock out 2 of the Highway Hellraisers by the end of the showcase. If I'm hearing what you're saying correct, Landfill and young Dak Snow could be Highway Hellraisers by the end of, is it night 1?
Night two.
By the end of night 2. So the thing is, it doesn't matter if it's Landfill, it doesn't matter if it's Bojack. I've come out here, I've said what I've had to say. I'm sick of playing nice with all of you guys and Bojack. The thing is, just remember, just like, back in the day, way back in the day, I knew that you would make an incredible Highway Hellraiser. And it would be a damn shame if I'm the guy that gets you knocked out of the Highway Hellraisers.
Well, it damn sure ain't gonna be you. That just shows how much attention that you've been paying, buddy.
All right, so I want to ask Prince Blackheart really quick. I know you're kind of the echo here, so we'll bring you off in just a second. But you are a part of the Lifeblood, so you're involved in the tag team divisions here in Heart and Soul, and your tag teams.
Excuse me, my busy schedule. I got to go, guys.
I understand. So
Show that WGP title off.
I'd like you to look at first the Highway Hellraisers versus the Shot Callers and make a prediction, and then the Highway Hellraisers versus HGR and make a prediction. Prince Blackheart. Go ahead and unmute. Here we go.
You hear us?
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and answer
Can you
that
hear
question.
me?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Highway Hellraisers. Since we're on the subject, Butch down there. Well, he's just a hired gun. We know that Rig, aka Sheamus, well, he's the one that points him in the direction. And that was obvious a couple of nights ago when he actually jumped me for money. But I have to admit, I've been up against them as Lifeblood. They're a formidable tag team, no doubt. But you got Borsellini and his partner. Both of them are formidable in their own right. Borsellini holding nearly, if not all, the titles from the VOH on his own. Then you got his partner, who's just as good as Borsellini. So, if I had to make a prediction, I would say, the shot colors.
Ooh, definitely could be.
All right, so now HGR.
All I know is I cannot SmackDown now.
So sorry about the echo there. So finish up here, Prince Blackheart with Landfill and HGR against the Hillary. Can you hear us, Prince Blackheart?
Yep.
Okay, so the Highway
HGR and Hellraisers. Oh. Well, still stands with Hellraisers. What I said before. HGR though. You got someone, Landfill. One of the best promo artists that I have met and taken on. Dax Snow. One of the quickest champions of recent history. Coming in and within 6 months getting the Catalyst title, then going up in a month or so. He's formidable. Together, they are going to be a tough team to beat. Can the Hellraisers do it? Possibly.
Okay.
But do I want them to win? No.
Are you awake, Ethan? Okay.
Because let's see. I would like to see the Highway Hellraisers eat the words. And Dax Snow and Landfill, or even the Shot Colours, have the capacity and the determination that they could give the upset.
All righty. Let's mute the black card here, and then it's time for us. We're going to go into a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with Mr. Perfect, the villain, and we're going to ask his thoughts on the tag.
Buy my lunch.
Mine's better.
On June 16th and 17th, 6 companies come out and promote you. 6 companies come out to show why they're the best. Welcome to the Champion Showcase.
And welcome back here, folks. We definitely got the Champion Showcase, as I've seen that commercial tonight, tomorrow night and Friday night. We also have our HSP Sports Show. That's actually exclusively on Hero Go TV. Go check it out. Cover all things, including the NBA Finals, which has been going on now. But I want to ask a question here.
Oh, okay.
I got to ask a question because I see the man in the corner who's been dying to talk. Rig, how are you doing? And how are you enjoying all these comments?
First and foremost, must I say it is good to be back on the Pulse. Thank y'all for having me on. And thank you, Quack, for finally acknowledging me. As far as the comments, I love the hatred. Landfill wants to keep showing his title down there. Hey, bud, I got 2. My brother's got 3. We're soon to have 3 and 4 when we take those tag goals after y'all, and y'all have a place in uniforms already set up to clean our stadiums, our locker rooms, our toilets, and everything else, because the last thing you'll do is make us great. You see, I want to address you first, Landfill, simple as that, because the pure and simple fact, you want to talk about, oh, you can make us wait. Well, like my brother said, it just proves how scared you are. And you want to talk about how y'all are going to come out and y'all are going to humble us and obliviate us and all that other good shit. The Highway Hellraisers has a special treat for y'all that y'all have never seen from us ever. We're hungry, hungrier than you've ever been, Landfill. And come Champion Showcase, I personally will show you personally just how hungry I am. Now, as far as the other comments, hold on a minute. I got to wake up just a little bit from listening to 30 minutes of Blackheart putting everybody to sleep.
I am curious, though. I see Landfill's here, but his tag partner's not. But I see all 3 Hellraisers. What's up with that?
Surprise, surprise.
Dacky Boy is always scared. Dacky Boy is always scared. But Blackheart, you know dang good
Rig
and
just
well,
has a big mouth.
deep down inside, you know dang good and well, Blackheart, that you envy the Highway Hellraisers. And that is the only reason you want to see us fail is because you can't be us, and we wasn't seeing you worthy enough to be a part of the greatest tag team and faction that has ever existed in promo world. After Champion Showcase, Highway Hellraisers will haul more gold than any faction ever has held. Now, as far as these beautiful titles right here, the HSP Tag Team Gold. How you doing, boss? It's been a little while. You staying quiet down there. You like it? It's pretty, ain't it? You ain't getting it. We beat you once. We're going to beat you again with a 3-0 sweep yet again.
Ooh. So, Villain, as the analyst here, we've kind of ignored you because there's been a lot of back and forth going on. So I want you to talk about these tag team matches. Let's start with the Highway Hellraisers and the Shot Callers, and then move on to the Highway Hellraisers versus HGR.
Now, since I am playing analyst and I'm not playing actual villain here to talk shit about everybody, this is. Sorry, I heard music. I had to start dancing. But honestly, it's gonna be a great tag team match. We've seen this match multiple times already, and it's been hard hitting each and every single time. Can the Shot Callers get over the hump and win the tag team championships? So far, it hasn't happened. I'm not going to say it's going to happen. I could see them winning the tag team championships. Highway Hellraisers, they're on one hell of a run. There's a reason why hell is in their name. They're on an amazing run. They hold multiple titles at the same exact time. I don't need to say it because Rigg says it enough for everybody. I'm not going to continue to talk about it like that. But it's amazing to see the run they're on. It's hard to bet against them. I'm trying to also draw this out longer than Blackheart will talk because I swear I fell asleep twice while he was talking.
Yeah, leave Blackheart alone. But Bill, I got a question to ask you because this was asked, and I've seen this throughout Facebook. Do you consider the Highway Hellraisers the greatest faction in the promo world today?
That's even a question.
That's people ask this.
So
who them?
I've been in the promo game for over 3 years now, and they are impressive.
Fuck y'all.
They are impressive. I will give them that. But to say that they're the greatest faction to ever be on the screen, you can debate it because we've seen the likes of Anarchy and Murder, who are probably two of the best promo artists out there who are VOH originals. You have, I believe there's a guy named, let's see, you have Neos, Chris Champion, TDC. All these guys have had tag teams in the past and their own little factions here and there. But to put the Highway Hellraisers at the top, I don't know. It's going to be debatable. It's what genre of promo do you like the most? Do you go back to when VOH was probably the strongest out of all of the promo groups? And if everyone hasn't really looked, yes, the Nameless and the Hooded Warriors, two of the best out there. So if we could say, like, a dream match right now, honestly, in my opinion, would be the Hooded Warriors versus the Nameless versus the Highway Hellraisers. And
they wouldn't stand a chance.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I'm going to play a little devil's advocate here because, Landfill, you were the leader of a group called the Promo Family Mafia, which had a lot of gold in there as well. So I'd like to give you a chance to make your argument.
Never once did I ever claim to think I would be anything of the greatest faction, the greatest tag team. Now, granted, HDR is a good tag team. We are making our way to being a great tag team, like we can say like some of the other tag teams have been with the prestige and honor that they have on their names. Granted, we carry the weight of these titles with the prestige that they have. That's something that y'all two can't fathom. Y'all can't hold the weight of this prestige. One day, I may get to the spot where I can say I am one of the greatest. I am part of one of the greatest factions, one of the greatest tag teams. But for you to sit here and bald-faced lie to everybody and say that y'all are one of the greatest tag teams, one of the greatest factions, is bull hockey. Because y'all are far from it. Y'all have not done a single thing to prove it.
The proof is on our shoulders and on my brother's shelf.
Oh, the proof is in the pudding. It's on my shoulder too. And we can all go to PPA and get another one and have to make another one for us. So let's just keep that going. I mean, come on.
How much more proof do you really need to smack you in the face?
Exactly.
The odds.
You got a title. You got a tag team title. One tag team title on your shoulders. You got a singles championship. You got a singles championship. So y'all piggyback off each other, have to help each other, and burp each other too to get through your singles matches? Huh?
I'm gonna interrupt you guys.
We don't know.
Hold on, sweetheart.
I'm a Foundation World Heavyweight Champion. I'm a tag team champion. I'm going in. I'll get to you in just a second, Toots. And
hey, sweetheart, go.
I'm soon to be going through and be a WGP World Heavyweight Champion. I got one question. I got a question real quick. On the behalf of me and Bossalini here. Okay. What are y'all going to do when y'all lose it all?
We're not.
For one
that was actually one of the things I was going to
actually it's an option. What you going to do?
We're not.
So first off, I want to go back and highlight a question that was brought up, actually a comment that was brought up. The Hellraisers haven't done anything as a complete faction to be considered the greatest champions. Rig is a champion. Heathen is a multi-champion, which he is actually wrong. Rig is also a multi-champion. But Bojack hasn't done anything with them. When Bojack wins 2 titles as a Hellraiser, they will be considered great.
Hell, if he wins 1.
Hold on. I got something to say about this. Y'all want to talk about we have not done anything as a faction together to prove to be the most dominating faction. But my brother Bojack is going up against Hollywood Haywood for the Soulfire title, and we'll walk out your new Soulfire champion. But not only that, how many factions can come out and do a 1 hour live hype and have more views and publicity than most of the shows in promo world today.
Anybody?
So I have this one question for you guys, and
Blackheart can do that.
No, Blackheart will put people to sleep, and
But he'll be right
as he's talking.
But the viewership will be up. They'll be sleeping until they clicked off.
That probably is true. It would be up. But I do have a question for all you guys.
I got a question. Highway Hellraisers, which ones are you more worried about, the shot callers or HGR?
Neither.
Well, let me rephrase the question for you here. We're accepting the fact that you think you guys are going to win. So we're asking you the question from your standpoint. Who do you think will be the tougher match, the shot callers or HGR?
Well, I'm going to look at it like this. I don't underestimate anybody. Anybody that's seen me promo, anybody that has watched me prep for a match, there ain't no hesitation. There ain't no underestimation. I come at 110%, 110% of the time. Do I think that these are going to be easy matches? No, not the slightest. These are four of the top competitors in promo world as of today. I have given you the respect that you claim you deserve. So I don't see where you're getting off that I'm this disrespectful ass person or whatever. But the thing of the matter is, we've went against the odds since we started. When we first became the Highway Hellraisers, it was always, you're not going to get too far. Your gimmick's only going to get you so far. Heathen picked up his first title. Oh, you won't defend it. You won't keep it very long. The hardest part's defending it. I defended it against the longest reigning Inferno champion in history. Let me remind you of that. 7 longest reigning Inferno champion in history. I stepped in against one of the greats in Neos in the Wheel of Misfortune and took the incendiary title in a minute. I have adapted to any and all situations, which makes me a threat by myself. But you add the devil himself that I signed myself with when I seen the indiscretions against me and HSP. When I signed up with Rig and we said let's raise hell. What happened then? We took over 3-0 sweeps through the entire tournament, including your recent Pure Heart champion, A-List Alverson. So for you to sit and say that we have no credit is bull hockey, sir, because we have more than proven ourselves in the promo world the day we claimed these right here and established ourselves. So
one tournament and one federation.
Go ahead.
All righty. Well, we got somebody backstage that knows a lot about tag teams. You want to bring him on?
Let's welcome to the show. He said he was just here to chill and watch because he wanted a front row seat for this popcorn battle here. The trash talking. Please welcome him to the show. That's right. He's the young gun. So I know we talked a Highway Hellraisers, so I do want to ask. First, we'll go with Bostolini here. The shot callers are also a very strong faction, so I'd like your opinion on both of these claims and how you feel the shot callers rank in this.
Well, look, I'm not a person to boast and brag. The shot callers did what we did. Our name is known because of what we do as an organization, as a unit. There's not a place that you could go and say the word shot callers and not get some type of reaction. Hey, young gun. But for the Highway Hellraisers, y'all are a great faction. I love what y'all doing. You know, y'all holding gold in multiple federations, doing exactly what y'all said y'all was gonna do. Y'all was gonna raise hell. Well, I like raising hell too, on my own way. You know, we do see each other. In fact, we see each other in a few short hours. Because I'm not going to say days no more. We count hours. And it's for those beautiful tag titles that y'all got. You know, my tag team partner was on before I got on, you know, that Pure Heart champion that you were talking about, Mr. A-List Alverson. And he left some words out there for y'all. I know y'all came in late, so y'all probably missed what he was saying to y'all. But the thing is, just like you said, Heathen, coming in at 110%. Because if none of us don't, whoever don't come in at 110% is going to be the reason that the team lose. But I'm going to throw a little devil's advocate. Because, you know, I've been listening, I've been watching, and I done got a little tired. So I made a call. And I spoke to this GM, I think his name was Mr. Rentz. And I told him that I was coming to the Inferno and I'm coming after the Inferno champion.
Wow. That's big news, too. That's a big news.
You can't beat me on my best day.
I wish he'd let me over there. I'd like to go for that incendiary title.
You said I couldn't beat you on your best day, Rig?
Or my worst.
Okay, Rig.
Good golly. We got a lot of fire going on today. A lot of fire going on. So let's get a little bit of calmingness here. Young Gun, thank you for joining us. Era of Reality is also a well-known team and faction all over the place. So everybody on this show has a legitimate claim to some kind of great faction. So I'd like to ask the Young Gun, not so much about who is the greatest faction, but kind of what it takes to be a great faction.
Honestly, what it takes, and this is a word that I use a lot, is cohesion. You need to know when you get in battle with your brothers that you can operate as a well-oiled machine. For example, when I'm out here with my Era of Reality brothers, I know Mad King, Vagabond, and Mr. Wallace got my back at all costs. Any type of matchup we in, no matter if it's singles, tag team, three-man team, even in a multi-man match, I know that my brothers in arms got my back. So that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Just like they did in the tournament, right? How you doing?
Oh, boy. You didn't even face us. Stop.
Yeah.
Please. You took the easiest route, bro. Come on.
Hey, man, that ain't even fair for what y'all did to Era of Reality. They got hit with a last-minute change of personnel. They were focusing on one team, and then they got switched up at the last minute. So they had to try to recuperate over a switched up in the roster. So I think if ER would have faced a team that they knew they was gonna face, they probably might have made it to y'all.
So we can't.
It's no probably. We would have.
We've got somebody else who's joining us who also knows something about factions. He was the leader of Control Chaos, and then we'll come to you, Landfill. You've been waiting very patiently, but please welcome to the show, the Tin Man. Say something. Please go ahead, Landfill.
Okay, I just wanted to point this out. It's almost been an hour, so now is Dr. Quack and Mr. Mayhem the greatest tag team ever?
Wow.
Okay, I'm just proving my point. Just proving my point. All right, the show's yours. I'll just prove my point.
Well, thank you. Tin Man, go ahead. Tin Man, you can't hear you. Obviously, have something to say.
First and foremost, as far as factions go, when the Highway Hellraisers get 5 members and they want to prove that they're the greatest faction of all time, let me know. And I will show you 4 other people under my leadership that will destroy that claim of being the greatest faction of all time. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and throw out an idea. If the Highway Hellraisers really, really want to show what they can do, I issue one challenge. They don't have to make their mind up yet. They can go back to their little circle jerk and think about it. But I would say the Hellraisers, the original Hellraisers, the 2.
2, count them.
In a live handicap match against me. Once and for all. Now, you just think about that. Just think about that.
Been there, done
Hi,
that.
Young Gun. How you doing, baby mama? Secondly, there's something coming up. There's something brewing in the works. If for some chance I happen to win the Pure Heart Championship, my very first defense, I don't care what management says, I will give that title shot to the Heathen. Last thing I want to say, and this goes to every one of you asshats, because of the fact that y'all cannot simply get a hold of yourselves, you show how much of lacking of professionalism that you have as a promo artist. This Pulse has done worse than the last episode of Conquer TV. And it's all y'all's fault. It's the hostess' fault as well. Because you can't get a hold of these mid-card promo artists. You can't get them to shut up long enough for everyone to speak. So the way I see it, gentlemen, do better or piss off.
All right.
Somebody put something in his mouth. My zipper's stuck, yo.
Can I speak?
Somebody get the world's smallest violin.
All right. Well, first thing, he sounded like a Karen real quick. But his other claim, if things go the Highway Hellraiser's way, in one match they'll have 5 members. So would they be calling 10 man? One match get I mean, one match
Technically, if the match goes the way we want it to go, there'll only be 2, and we will only have 4.
If the match goes the way you want to, y'all gain HGR. Y'all already got 3. 3 and 2 is 5.
They're not good at math, boss.
Okay.
All right. Well, this has been a
Use your toes if you got it.
Keep making your jokes. Keep making your jokes, because this is all y'all do on these lives. Then when we go out and prove our point at match time, then y'all ain't got shit to say the next week. So go ahead.
Who was making a joke? I was stating a fact.
He was stating a fact. 3 + 2 is 5.
And I was just pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, let's go into the final thoughts here. And I want to thank Villain. He's been patient, very patient today. So we're going to let you have the start. Final thought.
Villain. Unmute yourself, Villain.
Is anyone home?
Oh, I'm actually able to actually speak for a change.
Yes, we're giving you the first chance at the final thought. Say what you want to say. Take it home. Take it home.
So, Tin Man put out an interesting challenge to the Highway Hellraisers. How about I double down on that a little bit more and up the ante a bit?
How about we make it a tag match? Villain and Tin Man versus the Highway Hellraisers. If the Highway Hellraisers beats Tin Man and Villain will retire.
Everybody's making some fancy challenges.
Let me just put it like this, because I'm getting pretty sick and tired of everybody wanting to make these plans for the Hellraisers. Y'all fail to realize we do what we want when we want. We accept matches that we choose, and we do not answer to anybody's demands.
If you're a scared chicken shit, then you cannot take that challenge.
You were kissing
Villain, don't you talk to them like that. Oh, wait, I'm not part of their team yet.
Kissing my ass 10 minutes ago, and then talk shit now. That don't work for you. So, as I said before, when it comes to everybody wanting to throw all these challenges and wanting to involve us in this and wanting to bring us into that, y'all don't realize none of y'all are really worth the time. We have so much more that we're working on.
How am I not worth the time when your tag team partner is the one that's been running away from me?
Because you're obviously not worth his time, because Inferno champion and you're a peon.
Okay, well, we're gonna move
I would
on.
sit there and take that championship faster than anything.
I didn't know we had a European champion.
Final thoughts.
Who?
Rig, final thoughts.
I have to say the same thing Billy did. I can finally speak again. No offense to my brother, but everybody else jacking their jaws, not letting him finish his thoughts, has prolonged it. Now, I agree with my brother. See, we have had a code since day one. Y'all all have your laws, and we make our own. Always have, always will, and that is why we continue to remain on top everywhere we go. Now, we're not saying no to these challenges, by no means. But at the same time, y'all need to understand we do things when we want, where we want, and only on our time. Now, I need to depart from y'all here directly, so I'm going to wrap it up real quickly. Landfill, I got your signs right, I believe. Give it just a little while. Hey, Tim, man, how you doing? With that being said, Landfill, what you said a while ago as far as them being the most dominant tag team now because we went over an hour, no, it's about the views. So when the views are higher than ours, that's when it matters. Now, with that being said, to all the rest of you, Champion Showcase is what we're here for. Champion Showcase is the biggest show that has ever happened in promo land, period. And we're out here bickering like a bunch of women, not allowing ourselves to get anything done or progress being made, and not even truly promoting how great this show is. So every one of you, I leave you with this from your Inferno Kings and one half of your inaugural HSP Tag Team Champions, and will still be, and new VOH Tag Team Champions. This is about Champion Showcase, and it is a show that you will never, ever amount to ever again, and you do not want to miss. Now pay attention closely with both nights as Highway Hellraisers take control of the entire show. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for allowing me to grace your screens. I got more important business to take care of.
All righty. Wow. So I do have to agree with Rig there, and I want to say thank you. It was about Champion Showcase. Tin Man kind of called us out on that.
He did.
So, Prince Blackheart, your final thoughts. Prince, make sure you unmute yourself. Prince Blackheart, make sure you unmute yourself.
Yep. I can't disagree about Champion Showcase.
Hold on a second. This is echoing here. Okay. So let's go to Bojack.
Well, I only got one thing to say, and that's tune in to one of the greatest shows that this organization, all organizations involved, have ever put together, and watch one of the biggest upsets take place when I take that title off of Hollywood Haywood. I'm going to keep it short and sweet tonight.
All right. Mussolini.
Champion Showcase. It's going to be the best in the world show their talent. You know, you're going to have matches from 6 federations where they're showing some of their greatest champions, some of their hardest workers, doing some of the best things they can do. And yes, I am in a match with one of the top tag teams in promo world right now, and that is the Highway Hellraisers. I am going to give you y'all respect. And I'm going to say this. We were on track at one point on the show. And then some people came into the room. But I'm going to leave it like this. Everybody's going to go out. They're going to give 110%. And if you miss Champion Showcase, there must be something wrong with you. And at the end of the day, Young Gun, I got an offer for you that I don't think you can refuse.
All right. Young Gun, final thoughts.
So the reason why I came here on the post tonight was just to announce one thing and one thing only. After HSP Champion Showcase 3 out of those promotions that are listed, the Young Gun is making his full-time return to promo-led wrestling. So I want y'all fellas to hear me loud and hear me clearly. I don't care who you are and what you do. If you are in my crosshairs, I'm taking you out. And I see you up there, Heathen. Don't think I don't forgot about you, buddy. Don't think I forgot by a long shot about you, bud. I'll be seeing you real soon. Don't worry. I will.
All right. I think we got the technical issues cleared up with Prince Blackheart. Let you finish your thought.
Well, I got to agree with Rig. This is about Champion Showcase. But when I pointed out about the Hellraisers, one of them jumping us. That one. Heathen. Because of my championship defense being a hired gun for the PPA for my opponent. Just like I said earlier, like Butch. But you got to remember, there's an incendiary match coming up there, and I'm the #1 contender for after Showcase. So if you lose that at Showcase, fair enough. I'll just face the next champ.
Right.
But
Out on the line.
at the end of the day, that cut will remind me of what you really are. And with that, toodles.
Good. Thank you. Landfill, final thoughts, sir.
Final thoughts. I could say a lot, but does it really matter? No matter how great me and Dax Snow do, no matter what we do or where we go, there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be naysayers. Because I'm not going to run around and beg everybody to like me and, oh, I'm this, I'm that. No, take me for what I am. I win. I get championships. I'm hungry. That's it. I'm a simple guy. But I'll say this. The Championship Showcase is a monumental event. And it is a monumentous occasion. And it's got to be a well-built structure to be able to hold the Highway Hellraisers and HGR together. Because this is a match that's been piling up and building up for months now. And I'll give credit where credit is due. They got championships. We got championships. I'm going for more championships. They're going for more championships. You know, as far as it goes for being the greatest of all time, they got a lot to learn and a lot more to get under their belt to be that. Are they in the right direction? Yeah. I wish them good luck going into our match. If they can beat us, congratulations. I hope you can. But then again, there's that chance that you can't. And I'm going to walk out the Championship Showcase still tag team champion. I'll be carrying it out along with my Foundation Heavyweight Championship. And if all things go my way, I'll be walking out with that WGP Heavyweight Championship as well.
All right. Tin Man, take us home.
First off, Rick was right. Secondly, Young Gun, you're still a cap gun shooting blanks. Boss, I'm trying to buy some merch. Everybody go buy Boss's merch. Landfill, call Jenny Craig. Quack and Mayhem, maybe y'all need to switch sides. Maybe that'll kind of help out everything. Then again, it may confuse some simple people like Heathen. Heathen, 3 + 2 is 5. That is a fact. Secondly, I don't know who's going to cause more problems for the Hellraisers, you or Bojack, because apparently Bojack, y'all can't get control of him. And secondly, you sit there and you speak for the Hellraisers and say that, wait a minute, let me back up. You stated last night on the live as the member speaking for the Highway Hellraisers that I always duck and dodge you and never give you a match. I issue you a challenge tonight when you accept it, but then you say you only do the matches that you want to accept. Then Villain was right. You are chicken shit. Actually, you're not chicken shit. You're a chode with a fucking condom on your head.
That's it.
Wow.
Oh, Villain, your sun tanning appointment is scheduled at 4 tomorrow. Please do not miss it.
So, Heathen, final thoughts. You're the last
Thank
one.
you,
Take us
sweetheart.
forward.
Last one, yes.
Now that I can finally say something, I'm going to put it like this. Tin Man, you've ducked and dodged me. I don't give a shit what you say. You can call me whatever you want to call me. That just proves my point that all you have is jokes. Because since you've went Hollywood, since you've sold out, that's all you are is a cheap joke of what you used to be. As the Tin Man in the past, you used to be one of the best. But you are just a washed up shell of what you used to be. You give me that title opportunity, and I guarantee you 10 times out of 10, I will take that title away from you. That I am confident 110%. Now, when it comes to the greatest faction, tag team, whatever you want to call it, to be fair, we just mentioned it just to catch attention. But it's picked up. It's took off. I'm going to go on and say we are the best. I will continue to say we're
You're the only ones that
Y'all
believe it.
Ain't nobody stepped up and showed us otherwise.
Well,
Most-
that's it for us
Bro,
tonight.
Air Reality done beat all y'all. What are you talking
The
about?
problem is if you're saying honestly, if
Hold on,
you're
we don't
saying
wanna
that
let
Rig
argument
is
start, Villain. Hold on. We don't want to let that argument start. We're going to let the actions tomorrow and Friday make that determination. So until then, what time tomorrow?
5:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm Dr. Quack.
I'm the important one, Mr. Mayhem. Gentlemen, thank you. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Good night, kids.
Give it up for Dr. Quack and Mr. Mayhem.